Welcome back, guys, to another video. Today we're going to be discussing the Giants roster moves, and this is some crazy roster moves here. This is like breaking news, and it's rare that you guys see me post something immediately following an event or something like that because I never have time. But today I'm home, and I was watching college football, and the roster moves came out, and there are some pretty surprising things in here, guys, that I did not expect, and I will be going over. I'll be right back. And we'll be going over. I'm back now. I will be going over players that I thought would make the roster that didn't, and players that I predicted making the roster that did. So, if you guys remember my training camp roster and all my check marks and stuff, 53 check marks for everyone that will make the team. I'll close my door. All right, so let's go on to the players that were cut. Other than the 90 to 75, I will not be mentioning the 90 to 75 roster cuts. You guys should know. But if you do want to know the 90 to 75 roster cuts, that's my last video, so check that out. So we're going to be starting off with the termination of Adam Geddes, offensive lineman, and defensive tackle Jermel Cujo. So nothing really much to go on there. Moving on, the team waived 15 players: quarterback Logan Thomas, wide receivers Jeremy Davis, Darius Powell, who he didn't really do much, and Anthony Doble. I told you guys, Anthony Doble, I don't even think he got like one catch this whole preseason. I told you guys that the NFL is a different game than every other football league in the world. So, doesn't matter where you go. I told you guys he didn't look like he was going to be, an NFL star to me. So, that's the end of the line for him. He'll probably move back to France or the German Football League or France, something like that. I know he's French. He's in the German Football League, yeah. So, that's that. Moving on to offensive linemen Dylan Farrell and Ryan Seymour. They were signed to, at the same time during free agency. It's like the last steps of free agency. Moving on. Defensive tackle Louis Nix. I think I didn't have him making the roster. No, I didn't. I had Montory Hughes beating him out, and he did. I think Montory Hughes actually looked good this preseason. Next, Stanley Mapunga. So he's out, and Romeo Aquara beats him out for the last defensive end spot. And I was expecting Mike Rose to make some noise, and Romeo Aquara has 3 sacks in the preseason as a undrafted free agent. He was injured last year in Notre Dame, only played a few games, and he came back strong with the Giants, so good for him. Moving on to linebackers Brad Bars and Ishaq Williams. Now, technically the Giants did not cut linebackers because Brad Bars and Ishaq Williams were turned into linebackers. They were originally defensive ends. So basically the Giants have the same linebackers. They didn't cut any linebackers. They just moved those linebackers to those defensive ends to linebackers. So the Giants really didn't cut any linebackers. Moving on, cornerbacks Leon McFadden, Michael Hunter, and Dante Dion, man. I really wanted Dante Dion to make some noise, but he's just so small. He's so, I don't know, man. He's only 160 pounds. He's got to gain some weight. But, man, I really hope that, he could be a receiver somewhere. Look at Trinidad Holiday. He's a return man. He's 5'5", so, he has to, man, I hope he makes a roster somewhere else. I was really hoping he made it with us. He was one of my favorite players in college, and Boise State's my favorite team, so it sucks, but it's the end of the line. So, then moving on to safeties, Justin Curry, who actually did pretty well in the preseason, just it wasn't his moment. And Andrew Adams, man, that sucks. I really wanted Andrew Adams to make the roster. He beat Cooper Taylor at least. Justin Curry and Andrew Adams beat Cooper Taylor. I honestly, because I wanted, guys, I'm not saying Andrew Adams is like the next freaking Cam Chancellor or anything, okay? But I think that we need another thumper safety. I don't think we have that right now, and I kind of thought that Andrew Adams could be, fill in for Landon Collins when he goes out, and Andrew Adams could be that, thumper safety to get in the box, and I think Andrew Adams is that type of player. But other than that, other than Landon Collins, we don't have anybody to get in the box with. So if Landon Collins is off the field, we have to change our whole game plan because I see the Giants going a lot of cover one man, this year, being that we have Landon Collins as strong safety now, and he's better in the box. So I believe, something on me. I believe that our defense, because we are a man defense team, so I believe we're going to be playing cover one man a lot, especially with Darian Thompson on free safety. I know he's not that fast, but I think with his football IQ, he's able to get sideline to sideline at with efficiency. So, I just really hope that we got Andrew Adams just to, be a security blanket for Landon Collins should he get hurt or even just, come out the game for, fatigue reasons or whatever. Moving on, offensive lineman Emmett Cleary and Jake Rogers were waived injured. I don't think they were going to make the roster anyway. So the Giants kept two kickers, being that Josh Brown is suspended, but he is not. I don't think he is not considered on the 53. I think he is considered on the 53-man roster. And then we're moving on to the latest news to complete the roster cuts that came out just now as I'm going over this. The Giants have announced that they have cut Andre Williams and Will Johnson. Now, Will Johnson is on IR. No, he didn't get cut. Will Johnson didn't get cut, guys. He's on IR. He's not going to be part of the 53, but he should be. If he's on IR with us, that means he's not losing, coming out the whole year. We're probably going to sign a fullback just to fill in until whenever Will Johnson is healthy, and then when I think he's going to be put on the designated to return list, which I can't remember when that is, when they come back from that. But you guys could tell me in the comments. But yeah, man, that's pretty insane. That is pretty insane that they cut Andre Williams. Don't get me wrong, guys. You know I've been preaching this for a year and a half now, that I want Andre Williams off the team, but I really didn't think it was going to happen, and I'm kind of feeling bad right now because, Andre Williams didn't do that bad to get himself cut in the preseason last year. He had 25 carries for 91 yards. He led the team. Guys, he didn't do bad in the preseason, and we're talking about Orleans Darkwa, who didn't do much of anything in the preseason, which I kind of wonder because Orleans Darkwa didn't do much in the preseason. What did that mean? He was on the roster bubble? Why would Ben McAdoo put Andre Williams out there if he knew he was going to cut him anyway? I guess it was because this kind of give him proof that he doesn't belong on the roster. But I think Andre Williams did fine. But I want Orleans Darkwa on the team, so I guess that's what's going to happen. But Bobby Rainey, I'm actually all for bringing him on the team. I think he offers more than Andre Williams. As another running back that can do it all. He can catch, he can kick return, and he does very well at kick returns. You guys saw it in the preseason, and he also did it in Tampa Bay. So with that being said, I'm happy with Bobby Rainey. So he's going to fill in that last roster spot over Andre Williams. So as we go over our team, I'm going to pause it real quick. Let me see if I could change the camera view on my phone. Alright, guys. This is what it looks like. The Giants 2016 roster. Let's take a look at it. We've got our quarterbacks, Eli Manning and Ryan Nassib. Running backs. Now, this is not in depth chart order, just so you guys know. This is in alphabetical order through last name, so don't get too crazy that Orleans Darkwa is on top. So, alright, so we got Orleans Darkwa, Rashad Jennings, Paul Perkins, Bobby Rainey, and Shane Vereen. I'm pretty excited with our running back core. I think it's pretty talented right now. But five running backs. You can tell that here's what's going to happen. We have 5 running backs now, but it's not going to stay that way. Once we get a fullback, once we get our fullback back, Will Johnson, I believe they're going to let go of one of these running backs. So because I don't really think the Giants are going to keep 5 running backs and a fullback. That's just not going to happen. Moving on. We've got our tight ends. Jarrell Adams, Larry Donnell, and Will Tye, just how I suspected it to be. Offensive line, I've got some questions about it, but I think we're all right now. So I know it has offensive line right here, so I'm just gonna go through actual positions. So I'm gonna go left tackle, Eric Flowers, left guard, Justin Pugh, center, Weston Richburg, right guard, John Jerry, but we'll see if we see Marshall Newhouse playing right guard now that Will Beatty is at right tackle. We'll see what happens there. I don't think Marshall Newhouse would be a bad guard. He's a big guy. He just doesn't have that. He doesn't have the sideline-to-sideline speed, so that's why speed rushers beat him on the edge. So I think he could be a good guard. So yeah, we got right guard John Jerry, right tackle Will Beatty, and our backups Marshall Newhouse, Bobby Hart, and Brett Jones. Marshall Newhouse will be backing up the tackles, I assume, but I think we should put him at guard. Brett Jones will be back up to Weston Richburg at center, and he had an impressive game against the Patriots. And Bobby Hart will back up the guards. So I think we're looking good right now. Moving on to wide receivers, we've got Odell Beckham Jr., Victor Cruz, Dwayne Harris, Tavares King, who really came on during the preseason. No one really expected it. Roger Lewis and Sterling Shepard. Roger Lewis I'm really excited about too. I hope he makes some plays. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with the wide receiving core. Like I said, guys, I thought it was figured out from the beginning when Tavares King started going off. Moving on to our linebackers, same linebackers we had in the beginning of training camp. None of them got cut. Mark Herzlich is good, but I mean, what is he really doing here? Come on. I know the Giants like to keep people that's been there for a while, I guess out of respect. I know he's a good special teams player, but I mean, come on, guys. So, starting middle linebacker, Jasper Brinkley. Starting strong linebacker, Devon Kennard. Starting weak side linebacker, Jonathan Casillas. Moving on to backup middle linebacker, Kelvin Shepard. Backup strong linebacker, Keenan Robinson. Backup weak linebacker, JT Thomas. And BJ Goodson, I believe he's playing outside. I can't remember if he's playing outside linebacker or middle linebacker. I know he took a few snaps at middle and outside last year, so I'll be interested to see what the Giants officially put him as. Again, guys, he's been playing both positions, so it'll be interesting to see what he's playing. Then we got Mark Herzlich, who was a middle linebacker, but he switched to outside linebacker like 2 years ago, so he's an outside linebacker. I believe he's playing the weak side. And then, wait, I think that's it, right? Yeah, I went over everybody. All right, moving on to the defensive line. We've got the defensive ends, Jason Pierre-Paul, Olivier Vernon, Kerry Wynn, and Romeo Okwara, and Owa Odigizua. Can't forget about him. Oh, my computer went off. All right. Romeo Okwara really came out. Like, I didn't think he was going to have a chance. I thought he was just, like, going to play just to play. Like, he was signed just to fill in a roster spot, but he did very well in the preseason. Like I said, because he suffered a season-ending injury, which is one of the reasons why he wasn't drafted. They were talking about him being draftable talent, but because of his injuries, they suffered in his collegiate career that maybe he wouldn't be able to, but he really proved everybody wrong there. So those are our defensive ends. Next are defensive tackles. Jonathan Hankins and Damon Harrison starting defensive tackles, and our backups Jay Bromley and Montori Hughes. Moving on, I think I covered everybody, right, guys? Yeah. All right. Moving on to our defensive backs, we've got starting cornerbacks Dominic Rodgers-Cromartie, who is playing the slot. That's interesting to me because I think he's better on the outside, and I don't know, guys. I don't know. But we'll see what happens officially. I mean, I know they're testing stuff out in the preseason, so don't think that he's playing the slot officially. They're just testing it out. Let's see what he does in the regular season, where they put him. So Dominic Rodgers-Cromartie, Janoris Jenkins, Eli Apple, Leon Hall, and Trevin Wade, who really came on last preseason game. It was a great performance by him. He was locked down that last preseason game. So, moving on to our safeties. At free safety, we've got Darian Thompson and Mikael Thompson. So, both Thompsons at free safety. And our strong safeties, Landon Collins and Nat Burhay. And then last but not least, we've got Josh Brown, who's suspended for the first game, Randy Bullock, Zach Diossi, and Brad Wing. So, okay, that was my phone about to die. So, guys, yeah, if you guys want to see the number of players we got, I told you guys two quarterbacks is what the Giants are going to do. Some people have said we should carry 3, but I'm alright with 2s, just so we could, that means we could have an extra running back, like I said, in the training camp roster video. Six wide receivers, 8 offensive linemen, 9 defensive linemen, 9 defensive backs, 4 special teams, which obviously these 4, it's going to be 3 soon. So yeah, 3 tight ends, 8 linebackers. So let me know what you guys think. Sorry it gets blurry, like I said. Yeah, guys, let me know what you guys think. I can't wait till the regular season starts when the Giants play the Dallas Cowboys. It's gonna be a great game. I just want to see. I know there are a lot of injuries on the Dallas Cowboys side, but I think it's gonna be a great game. It usually is. So thank you guys for watching. I will see you guys in the next video with my prediction video coming out on, I believe, Monday or Tuesday. I'm gonna start doing it on Tuesdays, but Monday I'll probably come out with it since why not? So see you guys in the next video.